The year is 2023. AI is better than it's ever been and plugin developers are starting to implement it into their products. I'm Era from EraTheProducer.com, and in this video I'm going to be making a Jersey club beat with the help of AI.
Era on the track.
I should start by saying that I've never made any Jersey club beats before, but I'm seeing and hearing this genre everywhere, so we're giving it a go. Luckily, I've got some AI driven plugins on my side from today's sponsor, Mixed in Key. To make the melody for this beat, I'll be using their pilot plugins. I have already made a video on these plugins where I go into more detail about how they work, so if you want to check that out, then I'll leave a link in the description. Just to explain them briefly, the pilot plugins allow you to generate and edit melodies, arpeggios and bass lines. Selecting from the styles within the plugin will allow you to control different parameters like density, how many octaves are covered, and syncopation. And of course, the pilot plugins can be used alongside Mixed in Key's Captain Epic plugins too. I want some chords to start this melody off, so I'll be using Captain Chords Epic to generate them. The chords I've ended up with are in the C sharp minor scale, and we're starting off with an F sharp minor, going into a G sharp minor chord, and the last two bars are playing different inversions of a C sharp minor chord. I'm just going to use the export MIDI feature to drag these chords out onto a different track where I can then add a different instrument. Next, I'm going to add some rhythm to this melody by using Pilot Arpeggio. You'll see as soon as I open it, I'll be asked which plugin I'd like to set as the source, and I want to use Captain Chords. If you open this menu on the left, that's where you're going to be able to select from those styles, and as I said earlier, each of these styles is going to give you some different parameters to mess with. One thing that's great about the Pilot plugins is anytime you switch something, a new idea is going to be generated. If you've changed something by mistake or you want to go back to a pattern that you had earlier, then you can just use these arrows to do so. And I do really like the sounds that come with Pilot Arpeggio, so I'm probably just going to rock with these sounds. Now that I've got an arpeggio I like, I can just use the export audio feature to drag this straight out to the playlist. Next, I want to add some sort of top line, and for that I'll be using Pilot Melody. I don't want this to be too complex, so straight away I know I'm going to be bringing the density knob down, and I'm also going to increase the gap. So I'm liking the sound of this melody, so I'm going to do the same thing again and just drag it out onto the playlist. Now that I've got my melody worked out, I want to start adding some Jersey elements like the kick and some of those sound effects.
Come on, man! That's too easy!
What I want to do now is take all my melodic elements and consolidate them, and I'm then going to chop them up in a fruity slicer. I think I want to put together one more section now that's not so kick and 808 heavy, and then I'm going to start arranging it. Alright, so I've arranged this out as well as leveled some of the sounds, and I think this one's done. And considering it's my first time making the genre, I actually think it came out pretty sick. And that is going to bring us to the end of the video. Let me know how you think the beat turned out in the comments. If you like the look of the pilot plugins, then I'll leave a link to those in the video description. And once again, huge thank you to Mixed in Key for sponsoring the video. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned anything new from it, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button before you leave. And if you're new to the channel, then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button too. If you'd like to see a more detailed breakdown of the pilot plugins, then I'll leave a link to that video up here. Then I'll just leave a random video from the channel down here. Big shout out to anybody that's still here at the end of the video. I've been Era, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you all in the next one.